Maç başladı, maç başladı.
Haydi bakalım. Haydi bakalım.
What is this? This isn't random.
I'm not even joking.
How is there 4
Bu
backs?
ama böyle olmaz bak. Böyle olmaz. Hadi.
8 in a row. We won most of them, but it wasn't even that. It was just like, can I have something else? It's like, I love peaches. If I eat a peach every day, I'm not gonna love peaches anymore.
Well, pistol rounds, right?
F5 atalım, F5 atalım. Son bir F5 atalım. Ulan reklam diye girdi.
Vay amına.
Ulan böyle Jules çabuk abonelik edin. Burası abonelik kanalmış. Abonelik kanalmış. Ulan bunun reklamı böyle olmaz ki ama hocam. Hocam o F5'i kim attı dedi ama ya. Tamam sıkıntı yok sıkıntı yok.
Yesterday we saw the B squad of NIP. They were not playing completely seriously.
Jules bana çabuk abonelik edin lazım
Evet,
kanalda.
bir reklam arasından sonra arkadaşlar yine sizlerle birlikteyiz. Kusura bakmayın lütfen.
Kreyi şu an izliyoruz. Şöyle aldım. Tamamdır, güzel yerde. Kameramız güzel yerde.
They're going straight into A, where they're going to find Lego all by himself. He's going to have to leg it out of there.
Helal!
There's one on the way, but can't make it out.
Girdiler A'ya girdiler Jurox. Sen şu an benimle aynı izliyorsun değil mi?
Spotted out a little bit too late. He was playing really
Para
bad
harcıyorum
side
amına
then.
koyayım.
He does
Şu
get
an
one kill.
bizimkiler ha onun bir abonelik
But
işini
now this
yaptı.
rotation's going to come in there after plant.
Rotation'ı yaptılar hızlı bir şekilde.
Yine girdi.
Coming out from the nip side. And this push in, it's going to have to be something spectacular from BBL. Cypher camera goes up. Kero's going to try and get as much information as possible. He does only spot the Cypher though.
Hadi Kero be.
Continues to make his way. He doesn't check the corner. Hip dominates him instantly. Aslan's able to reply, but Nip are standing strong. They're managing to get the kills on the
75
board.
var 75 var helal be.
Face that much. You don't have to take the
2-2,
challenge here.
2-2.
Now we're into a 2 versus
Rus'ta
2.
sinet.
Russ is looking for the opportunity. Going to start the defuse.
Gördüm.
Nice shot that's going to force him off. Oh, Lucker, you can't miss those. Those are ones you are supposed to hit, my friend. Fear of being pushed away. He
Düştü.
doesn't have much
Ah be
health, but he still
nete
sees the
tamam
kill.
sıkıntı yok.
Kills
Sıkıntı yok
coming
sıkıntı
in
yok.
nicely right at the end for them to
Evet
get
maça
that
5
done.
dolar geride başladık
Oh, he just
arkadaşlar.
managed to
Şimdi
escape that bomb.
Maça 5 dolar geride başladı Jurox.
1-0 for NIP, and look at
Haydi
missed a couple
bakalım.
of shots.
Haydi
but at
bakalım.
least they're not punished for it.
Yeah.
Hadi çocuklar.
Nete.
But obviously, he can be a little bit hard. He was going for the headshots, not maybe fully knowing how low that player was. We're going to see BBL take out very weak weapons. Now, I'm always a little bit worried whenever I see that shorty on a jet. They can just dash up, get in your face, and take you down.
ben nereden girdiklerini falan bilmiyorum. Sen biliyor musun?
Ned wants those star points.
Ben biliyorum az çok onları.
He's gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna hide around a corner. I'm gonna hear something.
Adamlarda şu anda Spike adamlarda anladın mı Jurox
Right up in
Bey?
your grill.
Tamam.
Nete bak. Şu an enerjileri veriyorsunuz arkadaşlar. Enerjileri veriyorsunuz şu an.
So I like this setup.
Oto yapınca bozuluyor mu?
Oh,
They shouldn't
yeah.
think there's a player close, although it looks like they were being cautious of it for just
Oh,
a second. Not as they run out
Helal!
quick from Aslan. Russ is there to save the day from long.
Dur bir dakika halledeceğim bir dakika.
Swings out hero, spot
Lego
both,
düştü
and
bizde.
he does. Now ready with the shorty for them to push into hookah.
And this is good though, like I like what we're seeing from Nip, right? 2 players together, 3 players together, they've only lost 1. They weren't in a position where the refrag wasn't possible. Now they can group up and make a decision on where they want to go. Do need to be careful though. Kero, close with a frenzy. He's going to tuck himself away in the corner here. The Cypher Cage is going to block his vision. But he hasn't been spotted by the Sova's drone. Kero tried to get some information.
Şöyle bir shoulder
They
verdi ama.
expect him to be there. Lucker takes him down. It's no problem at all.
Gördün.
Ooh, nice.
Alamadı.
Done by
Helal!
Lucker. He avoids it.
Onu
Russ
da
just
veririz
delivers
be.
another headshot.
Now Russ is on
Gördün.
fire in this round. Look
Ah
at Lucker
be.
is coming back with his own.
İlk oran,
Actually
ilk
got
oran.
4K. It's
Sıkıntı yok.
very easy
Sıkıntı
when
yok,
you've
sıkıntı
got
yok, sıkıntı yok,
the
sıkıntı
body
yok,
dead.
sıkıntı yok.
That's exactly what he was doing. No need to.
Hadi aslan başa doğru. Lego, Kero, Zinep, Rus.
Finally gonna get
Haydi
that
çocuklar
body out.
be.
Phantoms.
Bu Kemal bu enayi anlatıyor lan biz anlatmayak. Boş ver biz yorum.
Aynen onu var.
Diyormuş gibi.
Like the Phantom.
Ben adama niye enayi dedim amına.
Sen bu
koyayım.
adamla niye aranı bozuyorsun oğlum? Bir dur şimdi ya.
Headshot them. That was the thing that we wondered for a while. Why
Evet.
did you not go for the one-shot headshot? But
Yeah.
with the gun kick that you receive from it,
Nete dert yok. Biraz daha veriyorum oyun sesini alalım.
It really depends on the type of player that we're seeing at the moment. For now, right, you look at like your Angels, your Screams, we're regularly seeing them more on the Vandals when it comes to it. But Phantom in general is the weapon of choice for most of these players.
I think that's often because if you're running into a site and you're going to see multiple players, you need to be able to just tap, and not worry about having to stop and spray every single person.
Lego gördü bu arada.
Lego's got a bit of idea that he might be seeing some players soon, and that's not going to work out.
sen
Lucker,
nasıl
we said about him not
oynuyorsun be?
landing his ult yesterday, Mitch. He's just managed to get 2 kills here with this one. This is making a 3rd as well. Lucker's just going for it. Are we going to see the ulti special come out? Lucker on his jet. loving life right now. And he's just styled on. This is the
İki
buy
kaldık.
round.
Var
And
mı?
they've done nothing thus far.
Var mı?
Well, they've died.
Neden
That's about
olmasın
all
be?
they've done. Looker's been shredding. He definitely heard us calling them out beforehand, saying,
Yeah.
he doesn't hit anything on his ult. 3K, 4K. Let's go for the ace. Why not? Oh, because he's dead. That's unfortunate.
Bir tane Locker'ı düşürdük.
He did enough.
Tamam.
Yeah, he did enough, definitely.
Arkadaşlar resetliyoruz.
That's an
Kendimizi
ult,
resetliyoruz.
100% worth it. Entering as a
Pozitif
jet
enerjileri
with the
gönderin.
ult
Çabuk
up,
seri.
throwing those knives forward. That was some distance, man, on the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Savaş
He's just
narası.
holding it as wall player.
Hadi.
To see that from his perspective, I'm sure he's a very happy.
Bu eli
man.
aldık bu hareketle.
A 3-0.
Hem de aldık mı bir
is
taba
right
bassana
at
hocam
to
ya.
reside. And for BBL, it's going to be a rough one. I don't imagine they're going to get a whole lot out when it comes down to investing.
Moral
So
düşüklüyor.
it's
Çocuk
gonna be
yok.
kind of
Oğlum,
gimmicky.
çok heyecan
You see
yaptım
four
ben.
players towards B is
Yok ben
definitely their
ona değil.
favorite.
Taba
of these
basamıyor.
rounds.
Basamıyorum.
Şu eli bir alsak var ya. Şu eli bir alsak.
Okay.
Silahlarla.
Forward. Oh, no! Lego.
Ah
No.
be.
You heard that. You should have known what was
be.
coming. Hip's just going to look and go on clean-up duty. It's so easy for him. They push him, and he just holds strong. 57 health, but it's not even a problem. 4 swift kills. But that boombot, what on earth, Lego?
It was a bit. Maybe,
He's like, I hear it. I'll just go play with it.
I'll just run straight over it. It won't see me.
Yoksa
It's like watching my son go and chase after the remote control car.
dünyada
what the
paylaşılacak
fuck?
bir hareket mi be?
So
Sinet.
this one blows up in your face.
Yeah, I hope you've not bought him one with one of those Samsung batteries in it. You don't want to.
Definitely not. For his birthday, though, I just bought him one of those ones that you can sit in and ride.
Yeah, I saw that. A BMW.
Bak,
wasn't
tek
it?
kaldık adamlar nasıl hala
Oh, no,
dikkatli
Mercedes,
ilerliyor ya.
Mercedes. Sorry.
Go on, have some class. Definitely a toy
maç
one I cannot
izliyoruz,
afford a real one,
gülmezsek.
let's be honest.
Biz burada şaka
Say
yapmıyoruz.
your son's got a merchant variety. What the hell is this about? It's embarrassing me. No, this is sheer embarrassment for BBL, but not really. I mean, they've lost one buy round where Looker shredded them with an ult, and really these early rounds have gone about as well as you expect. Something we touched on yesterday was that you can get a 2-0 from the pistol, and it also sets you up fantastically if you win that first buy round because your opponents don't have the money to reinvest, as we're seeing here, and often that should be a 4-0 guarantee,
Hadi be!
as it is flawlessly.
Hadi bir NT'ler. Tek bay enerjiler nerede ya?
Sen aksın. NT enerji haydi.
Nerede enerjiler? Şöyle bir chat'i görelim. Chat'i bir şöyle bir görelim.
Yeah, it was the
Enerjileri yollayın bayrakları çocuklar hadi.
I'm sorry, Lego, but just you can hear it, my friend. Hip was just rolling on him after that.
Abi niye gidiyor ben anlamadım.
Production has just added on
Üzgünüm
insult
Lego
to injury
diyor.
now.
Lego
For him.
önde yakalandı ya orada.
See it a few more times.
Hype da burada burası tuttu hype'ında
At the
ya.
end of the day, his
Vallahi
opponents may
diyorum
want
var ya.
to pushing them one at a time.
Hype banlanmamış
Not really how you want to be approaching that.
4 sıkıntı yok. Nerelerden dönüldü? Nerelerden dönüldü? Aslan bir açılacak şimdi var ya.
Even if a couple of you die, you shouldn't be scared. Just know that the deal is that you're trying to kill him and trying to get a gun in the round.
Yeah, it's power numbers, but unfortunately the power was
Ulan
not in their
gösterdi
favor this
baba.
time.
Rosto got himself poised and ready here for a push coming up. Oh, he just decides to move away. He's going to go back and look at Hooker.
Aldık böyle aldık hadi be.
Not going to spot anyone out yet, but little does he know they've actually started to work their way up B long. This is going to be a slight problem for him. They might be able to actually get a bit of an opportunity found. And no, he doesn't. He gets taken out.
Hadi
with
be
a
aslan
direct
senin
headshot
oyunun.
right
Senin
on
oyunun.
top of it.
Helal.
Aslan, though,
Helal be.
he finds himself two, nice and clean. Can he get the
Helal be
straight
çocuk
onto
be.
Laka? And this man, he consistently does this for
Hadi.
his team. But Nip are not even bothered. They've still managed to bring it back into a 2 versus 2. But the site is soon to be taken on. And maybe Hip here is thinking, okay, is there an option for us to just teleport through? I think that's what he's thinking. Oh, Rhyme's gone down in the meantime, though. Okay, it's all on Hip. He does have
Aya
the
gidiyor, aya
spike.
gidiyor. Direkt
Their
rotate
rotation
attılar.
is
Ya
already
size var ya,
happening. They
helal
understand
olsun
what's
ya.
going on here, but Hip's going to have to pull off something very special. 95 health. They only got 39 left on the shield.
Ya,
And that's
güzel
been
bir şok
completely
geliyor
those
Lego'dan.
shock darts have done some damage. Less than
Gördü.
ideal. He's trying to avoid the recon. He has to push out into it.
İşte bu, işte bu, işte bu.
İşte
bu.
Aslan, if it was all down to him basically, because if that hadn't
Helal.
happened, Nip would have had
Helal
full control.
takım be.
Aslan's going to be so angry about what just happened to him. He TP'd, ran through bathhouse, and started planting over towards default. You would have assumed he was in
Öyle
the corner
be.
just outside bathhouse, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
So when I saw him go there, I'm like, oh, okay.
Aslan,
so they're actually
aslan.
gonna obviously
Tam var
shot
ya.
dart the wrong corner.
Şu dönüşe bak.
They just went
Sen
dead on,
nesin
hit him in
ya?
the face. And Aslan, my God, he did this yesterday. He
Yeah.
kept on doing it. And again, the only thing that could take him down was the Razel.
Şarjör bitmese devam edecek ha.
And what I love about Aslan, we saw this yesterday in the G2 game. His positioning is so strong, right? He plays smart. He plays off the corners of smokes. That was the other jet smoke that was put down, right? He used it to his advantage. They don't even think to check it. He managed to walk away with 3 kills.
He's been an absolute joy to watch so far. BBL in a good spot considering all the ults they got online. And learned their lesson over on NIP. Don't push Aslan.
Onu da görecek, onu da görecek.
You're going to be throwing the drone through. And they'll look to get a little bit more control. It's destroyed immediately.
Verdi infoyu.
Kegri trying to give him a bit of an opportunity to take some hooker control. They're already down 1 player though. And this is the problem, right? It's now trying to find what part of the map you want to take. They're going to go back and pick up the spike, and it seems to be A where they want to focus now. They understand that, okay, be some good choke points, and Aslan's there causing us a lot of problems. So we're going to try and mix it up a bit. Lego's just jump spotting at the moment. Smart decision.
Lego kızdı az önce. Bak. Şok dert.
Imagine if that had landed as well. He'd be getting some ace shock darts going down.
Oh, here we
İşte
go.
bu.
There we ult onto it. Looking for the
Helal!
nicely done. Can he get some more? Tries to make it happen.
Oraya vurdu mu?
His location's been revealed, but it doesn't really matter because his teammates
Biliyorlar
are
ama,
all
biliyorlar,
around him.
biliyorlar.
He's got the backup he needs. They're getting the spike down. It has been planted, but it's going to be...
Helal be!
They're just coming through. And
Orada bir tane daha var. Helal be!
Really solid round there. Great.
Helal be!
Lego. Really smart on how he wanted to use his ult when it came to it as
bu
well.
Çocuklar açıldı çocuklar.
Surprised he didn't get a bit more of it though. Definitely could have got 3 potentially.
Definitely.
İşte bu be.
NIP's
Nerede
overall
chat?
setup
Nerede
in
chat?
that
Chat
round was
nerede? Helal olsun.
supposed to allow them to move towards the B side,
Enerji
get a
alalım.
little bit of hookah control. Obviously kept back by Aslan in the first place, and then they were smoked off, they were paranoid, they were slowed, they just completely gave up moving in towards hookah. Going back over towards the A site, 3 through toilets, it's
Lego orada çok güzel gördü. O an bak oka
Lego
bak
had
ya.
his ult, just absolutely shredded them, did the damage up to the Omen, followed through on Looker. I would have liked, obviously, if they had managed to find the hookah control or
Oğlum nasıl heyecanlı var ya.
towards it. I feel like they gave up on their options very quickly.
Tüyler
And went
diken.
towards a part of the map where they had no info. Also, the fact that they left the cannon
Hadi be,
play
kral aslan be.
towards the back of toilets.
burayı,
I felt like
çıldırt
that
bizi
did
be.
basically nothing
Aha,
for them.
aha.
Whereas it could have been used potentially.
Yapacak.
as
Aslan
well.
buraları seviyor aga.
Look
Allah
at those,
sinet
managed to
düştü
find the
orada.
opening pick.
Helal!
Nicely done by Aslan.
Helal,
Only
güzel,
gets
tamam.
one, sadly.
Sinet kalktı bu
He
arada,
knew he
Rus
had to make a
kaldırdı.
move. That drone was coming towards him. The revives come in the meantime, though, which is going to make sure it's still a 4 versus 4.
Cost them a wall as well to get that revive up.
Yeah, quite a bit of utility having to be spent already.
It should be pretty soon that another recon dart is up for the Sova over towards this site, so Lego can get that information, but nothing comes his way.
İyice bakıyorlar. Lego var ya şimdi bak.
And, the
Öbür
super
tarafı
passive
görecek
hold
Lego.
we saw in the pistol round, that's
Aldı
even more
birini.
so now. Almost gets a second on the
Hadi
finger.
Lego.
Tamam gördü onu da gördü.
With his cages, and a plan should be secured towards default.
Gidiyor, drone gidiyor.
Sent spotting. Gonna get taken out, but they now know where the cipher is.
Leg!
I thought he landed that there, but
Rus
it was Rust that picked up the kill. They're starting to push in. CNED's fallen in the meantime.
Biliyorlar.
Got a good read on where the players might be, but they just can't see him yet. They've got to get their eyes on him real soon and start to make their way around. Rust checking all the corners here.
O kupiyi
Getting
atarsa
so
görecek.
close. Kree now has made the noise.
Ne
but
oluyor?
off the side, that's not what they want to see. Fear off, hiding away, manages to
Hadi.
get one.
Hadi.
Kree getting himself back into safety, low on health, and ooh, that's a shot you can't be missing. He's
Ah
got to be
be!
careful.
Arada
Ferox's there
kaldı,
to back
kötü
him up.
kaldı. Neyse
Nip
sıkıntı
do
yok,
secure
sıkıntı
another
yok, sıkıntı
round.
yok.
And they do it with just
NT'ler,
2 alive.
enerjiler
Solid
bak,
play there from
totemimiz
Ferox
bu.
and Kree. Good teamwork.
Totemimiz bu.
Yeah, definitely. For NIP, they're showing us a different face to what we saw yesterday. Definitely keeping it much tighter for the number 16 in the world. That's really what you expect. They're not ones that can really come into a tournament like this and be slacking. And it is just like, even the name brand value of the NIP overall,
7-6-5-5.
the fact that we saw them yesterday,
Karşı Locker böyle bir
drop them out to John,
ince bir
almost
cüsse var
to
ya o
give them
adamda.
so much room. It's really just unacceptable for them. That's why I picked BBL to come into this and
Yine
win,
geliyor
at least
araç.
to win one of those maps, I would expect. if NIP aren't completely woken up by their performance
Aslan
yesterday.
sessiz sakin
And it
bekliyor
seems
abi
so
orada.
far they are. They're not giving away too many advantages. But even like, what was it, the second round? Or the
Bro,
first
Mike,
of the pistol round, where Rhyme just swung out in the 3v2 post.
Aynen.
It's just no need.
Siz sıkıntı yok
Hip
karşı.
just started chasing him
Ah
down. He still
be,
gets away
bu
with it.
neydi
Brilliant
ya?
stuff coming out from Hip there. Aslan got forced out of position, and Hip was just spraying going forward. In the meantime,
Sined
though,
düştü.
Luck has found CNED, and it doesn't matter where BBL on the map right now. These openings went just hugely in favor of
5'e
Nip,
300.
and now they're massively lost and confused. Where do they want to go?
Hadi lan.
Nip have full control.
Hadi be Legolas be.
And they've really got BBL guessing at this point.
Well, they're going to give away the answer as they move towards
Lego
the A
ne-
side.
ha.
Again, it's Lego that has to
Geldi
get it
biri,
done
onu
in a bit of a
gördü.
more aggressive position than what we've seen him in the past with the operator. Managed
Helal!
to get one in the fade back
Var!
to fear off the
Ah
swing.
be!
Both players missed their
Helal
shot.
be!
Lego's good for the second. Now back in a spot where they can make it work with Rhyme and Kree. Get the
Dön
job
birden.
done.
Ah
Hero
be.
double kick to
Güzel.
finish that
Güzel.
one off.
Güzel. Nete.
Really
İki
good
kalmışlardı.
attempt
İki
There was a
kalmışlardı.
world where I saw Lego getting away with
Bu
another
el
kill
başta
there as
şeyi
well.
düştük
Luckily,
ya. Başta
Nip
o-
won point for that at the end.
Adamın kölgesinden.
This was huge. This pick
Şurası
from Hip,
şurası
right?
bak.
Just the timing. So Aslan just tries to run away from the drone, gets spammed at this point, and then some more spam comes out. Just huge.
It's ridiculous.
6-2.
Vallahi hep alacağımız eller ya.
Alacağız aga. Alacağız zaten
Now
bak.
the ranks
Alacağımız
have
değil.
changed pretty significantly.
Alıyoruz
Ya,
bundan
ya.
sonra.
Giants game. Remember
Şu
yesterday
eli
when
bir
I was
alırsak
talking about
var
number
ya.
6
Bak
Yeah.
silahlarımız
just now that I thought,
eksik.
is that still true after that game? They're 17th now. So that's slightly affected, obviously because the Giants have no ranking really.
Bu eli alırsak davul
Their
geliyor.
points are much lower, so it affects your MMR a lot
Bas
more
siktir.
losing to
Davul geliyor bu eli alırsak. Bangır bangır.
Peki
hem de.
zurna?
Onu baş kazanır.
the trade.
Helal!
Shot, man. Aslan
İşte
is-
beklediğimiz bu senden de aslan be.
Oğlum sen benden 5 saniye
Showing
önce
us what he's
izliyorsun. Dur ben
worth.
refreshleyeyim.
İzin vermedi aslan maşada ol.
Aslan's not only just good with the rifles, he's
midden
able to put the sheriff
B'ye
to work
doğru.
as well.
Götten.
Scary here though for BBL if they don't start to pick up some rounds, if they don't
Bunları
start to get
yapmadan
some
da olmuyor
momentum
bu.
here. Nip could really start to run away
Görecek
with it.
görecek. Kero görecek. Kero.
No more charges left.
Ne yaptık
There's
ya?
only 50 seconds left, so push has
Alacağız
to be
abi,
made.
alacağız.
Two of them have been spotted out now.
Abi
towards
ne
Kiro,
yapıyorsun?
but You can see they're backing off immediately.
Ne
Perhaps they've
yaptın?
shown the
Yeni
spike
geldin
as
o
well.
ya.
I'm not sure if Kiro would have spotted that, but they're hoping that the rotations will be dragged.
Gördü. Yerini biliyor.
Causing all the hassle. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. In fact, Jet even starts to move over. The ult's still in play. It could get very dangerous very quickly.
Niye
Lego
bu kadar
tries, he
eğlenceli
might,
ya?
was hoping to put him some work with that
Abi
ult,
hepsi
give his
ucu
team a
ucuna ya.
chance.
Ucu ucuna eller verdik abi.
Nip
Sinet
gets the
helal
block
be.
down, but here we go. CNED ults up.
Nereden?
So a lot being spent into this round. They really
Ne
want
diyorsun?
it. He's got himself in a good spot, but they're not going to just push into you. They know what you're doing.
Tamam onu
They know what you're
gördüler.
trying to
Karşı
do
jeti.
here.
Lan
Luck
bu
just
adam
puts it
nasıl
into him
bir...
straight away.
Bu nasıl
Gets the
oynuyor
second
bu
one on
herif
the board,
ya?
jumps into his own ult at the same time.
Kero.
And Kiro's able to seal the deal. That's a really strong performance. Ryan's running back around. Information is going to be revealed. Now he goes, he's coming from behind as well, but he just as he
Sıkıntı
turns,
yok, sıkıntı
veer
yok.
offs there, and that kill goes the way, same as the round for Nip as
Lak
well.
var ya abi lak. Ferit Bey. Bir tık orada bir...
lan?
5 in the lead.
Lucky
And
var
I
ya,
feel
Nip'teki
definitely
biliyor musun?
Ha,
look like
Lucker.
the
Ha
stronger
lakır.
team for now.
Bir tık bir taşımacılık var orada
They've
bir.
got the chance.
Lakır
A
iyi
little bit
oynuyor
later
ya.
on, maybe the second map will make a massive
Ama çok el
difference.
vermişiz.
It's not time
7-5
for
yapmamız
NIP to
lazım.
take their foot off the gas. They still have a lot.
Sen
to prove
dediysen
to us.
yaptık şu an biliyor
7 is
musun?
good, but if it's 7-5,
Senin de şey
Şu
mi
an
vardı?
itibariyle çevrildi değil mi?
the
Ha?
comfort
Ne
Şu an
zone
vardı?
that they
çevrildi.
want to have.
Senin maçın
The
yok
moment you're
muydu?
seeing Looker dominating a lot
Code
of these
Rivals
duels.
var,
His ultimate's
8.30'da
being used to find
başlayacak.
so many
Ha,
advantages.
8.30 var.
He's hitting his
Çekimi
op shots and
Bekliyoruz.
looking
Biz
to
burayı
fix
alıyoruz abi
everything
orası
that we
sende.
were sort of criticizing him for yesterday. How consistent can that be, though?
Yeah, everyone can have a bad game, right? And
Oh yeah.
he's obviously just come back into this and thought, you know what, yesterday wasn't acceptable from my personal standards. Hopped in the DM for a little bit.
Got pre-fired a couple times.
Aslan nerede la bu sefer? Ha.
Slowly working their
Hadi
way
iyi
up to
sağlam,
B.
sağlamız ya şu an.
Evet evet.
Very defensive setup from BBL this time around.
Bizimkilerin güzel de rotate'leri
Just gonna
falan.
give them a little bit of information with
Hep
that.
iyiydi yani. Aha.
And that's not what they want. Rush trying to desperately escape. Oh, this is huge from Hip. He expects
Çekti
him to be
roket
close,
ayak.
but no one's even near. He needs to try and find one. The ult goes out.
Ah
it's a
be!
double Hip. It was looking like he was going to
Aslan aldı oraya, Aslan! Ah be. Yine Aslan orada bir açıldı. 2-3 kill aldı orada gördüm de. Hype Rocket'e nasıl attı öyle be?
Straight
Abi
onto
o
the feet
roket
of his
çok kötü
opponents,
oldu ya.
pulling them into a position now where like. Again, I still want to see them close it out. I want to see this continue.
This is the moment he's like, what? Why is the site so empty?
Disappeared.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Just fire it in there, see what happens. But the issue for me, right? BBL are decent. We saw it yesterday.
Yep.
We know it. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting on the edge of my seat to see that same BBL come through.
Efe yanıma demiş lan, buraya demiş. Gel gel.
So maybe
dedim.
that's
Evet
somewhere like
evet
if
Efe
they
geliyor.
go over to a Haven,
Niye
they
soruyor,
look
gelsin
very
direkt.
good there
Lego aldı.
versus G2.
Bizden de düşmüş. Sinet düştü.
Maybe that's what we need to see, Banks. Maybe we
Helal
need to
lan
see a
Lego.
Haven up next. That could be their safe
Güzel
haven.
AWP ile almış.
Mine
Aynen.
certainly isn't.
It was their pick last time around. Oh, the time.
Kero düşürdü birini. İyi güzel.
Isn't able to save his teammate,
lan
but is
Kero.
able to get at least the refrag in.
3v3.
They now know though that there's a heavy stack towards A, means they can get the
Nasıl
spike
geliyor
down. No
önceden?
problem.
Lego dönüyor.
They've just been able to walk
Aslan,
into
vur
sites
oğlum o beni.
many a time here.
Hadi be.
Russ is hoping. Checking the corners carefully.
Orada.
Little does he know there's
Orada.
actually two
Orada.
players around here. Might be a good for
Ah
one, but it's not going to be
be.
possible. Hip's aiming far too strong when it comes to that one. Actually, if you're Lego at this point, you just save, surely.
You would imagine so with an
Hold on,
operator in
hold on.
hand. There's still one round to be played for. Money's not great, but he just dove in and died.
NT
Too sure about maybe it's
9-2.
communication. Maybe they have more money.
Ne
than
diyorsun
what we
Sayın
think.
Ferit Bey? Yorumunuzu alalım.
They don't have an
Abi
operator
hiç
going into
belli
the next
olmaz.
round. I'm very
Yani-
confused by that because
T'yi iyi oynamışlar anladığım kadarıyla. Maçın başını izlemedim ama.
Oh, they've got
Çok
plenty.
fark değil de böyle
Of course,
ince
they want
ince.
Globala bakar.
Aynen
Bizim takım
öyle.
biliyorsun. Comeback'leri inanılmaz seviyor. Tamamen el sıcaklığına bakar yani. Bir vurmaya başladılar mı? Oo, Cinet şimdi açılacak daha. 2-11 şu an.
Değil mi? Seni o
Daha dur,
açıldı
onun
mı
açılması
Cinet?
var o.
Obviously it makes sense
Bu maç
to
öyle
dive in
kolay
at that
kolay
point,
bitmez.
and, even if you're trying to get like an extra kill and you die, that's 1 point more for your ultimate. Or but even if you just die, it's 1 point more.
Yeah, he works his money out well better than what we were, that's for sure. Ned though, he's not been having the greatest game. You spoke about him being a key player for this roster. Their attacking side's gonna have to be something phenomenal here.
His opening
Durum,
kills were
buron,
insane
adamlarda
yesterday
ne varsa
versus
yolla
G2.
diyeyim.
I think it was towards the second map that he picked up 5 and 4 in the first. It was Ascent. Obviously, it makes sense on Ascent. It's quite a choke pointy map, very linear, so
Pencereye
you can
girdiler
pick up a
ya.
lot with an
Aynen
operator.
bitti.
Binds a little bit more difficult to make it work.
Ya.
Big old map.
Aa,
He's going to try to
bu
do
sefer
it this
A'da
time.
bitirecek.
Oh, he's caught
Sinet
by it.
güzel
Dashes
kaçtı.
out of the way though. Smoke down to get him back over the left side, but in the meantime,
Nice
Kiro
one.
falls,
Sinet
and
buraya
now they
almaya
desperately
başladı.
need something to go their way. With CNED so low, this crossfire is probably the best option to at least guarantee them 1 kill when the push comes through, but it's not going to. They've moved
Acaba,
over towards the
acaba,
side.
Lego helal.
Yet again.
Gördün
all by
ondan.
himself.
Aslan aldı.
Aslan
Aslan
tucked
bir...
away in the corner, catches them by surprise, coming out of the bathhouse and
Helal
picks
oğlum
himself
be.
up at double. This could be it now, with BBL
Bak,
looking to
göstermiyor.
find themselves at least that 3rd round for the next set.
Ah!
Oh,
Ah!
he thought he got the kill there. Aslan
Oh,
thought he took Lester down, but he
be-
was able to escape.
Aa,
This is doable. The smoke's going to be put on the floor. Ned trying to spam up, but he's not been
Düştü
able to hit
zannetti
anything just
galiba.
yet. There's only 15 seconds left. That spike's still not been put on the floor. Luck has run all the way
Bakır
around.
B'ye
He believes he can
geçti.
get this done.
Bizimkiler de hemen dönüyor.
Timing is not going to be on his
aa
side
yıktı
though.
bizimkiler ya.
Oh, he misses a key shot. Has to go in for the spike plant. Needs to ensure that he's going to be hooked up by his teammate and covered.
Helal be
He
Kero.
goes straight away.
Helal be. Hadi be. Hadi be.
Round for BBL.
Buradan
Dönüyor,
comeback
dönüyor,
yapacak.
dönüyor. Hadi.
Get to
Hadi çocuklar.
Hadi çocuklar diyor ya amına koyayım ya.
Ya bak işte bak
Yeah,
işte.
you have to be
Cyber
pretty
sen
happy
böyle
with that.
dersen alamayız bak. Haydi
There's no way to
çocuklar
look at
diyor
it
oğlum.
with a frown on your face. I think they did what we'd expect considering the lead that they'd built up when they were up like 6, 7-2. 9 on the board.
Kemal,
Hadi,
sen
hadi.
If they
neredeydin?
win this pistol, it's
Şeyden-
11,
Steam'den
and they're
mi?
essentially in the spot
Evet
where
Twitch'teki açıldı işte oradan izliyorum. Dün senin izlediğin yer.
Ha tamam.
Elliot Esport.
for BBL,
Öbüründen mi izleyeyim?
pistol going their way.
Yo, yo,
They're
iyi
going
yapıyor.
I see Frenzy's out. CNED's the one.
Daykolar anlatıyor ya
Adam
burada.
şey
This is
İstiyorsanız YouTube clean feed göndereyim demiş de gerek yok dedim.
respect the play.
Yo güzel anlatıyorlar ya.
Not everybody needs a strong weapon.
Juros çünkü az önce şey dedi. Bunlar nereden gidiyor Kemal dedi de.
Pull out for the armor.
Bize kalırsa sıkıntı gibi biraz.
We could have the armor anyways.
Hadi be hadi.
Abi anlatanlara bir şey dersek sıkıntı olur mu?
Heh.
Olur.
Either way,
Gerek yok.
BBL on the
Adamlar
attack.
çok
They're very spread out.
mail atmış.
This
Thank
is
you
something we
Turkish.
see quite often on
Pardon,
the
şey
attacking
demiş.
side, which is where you
Fantastic
throw down your
leadership
camera as
yesterday,
the
congrats
cipher and
falan
you
yapmış.
immediately just rotate to the other
Okey,
side.
Ne demiş?
Güzel abi güzel. Hiçbir şey demedik ya.
Maybe that was the kind of play NIP were trying to
Ya
make.
inanılmaz bir
They had
izlenmeydi
outside
falan.
of the bathhouse where they were just
Türkler,
trying to bait those players
Türk
into the
izleyiciler
deep.
harika falan yapmış. Öyle.
He, bir de bizim yayından sonra ne diyecekler bak şimdi maile sen.
Hayır ya.
Sen yokken neler konuşuldu burada.
Push too far into passing on his own.
Yok bir şey yapmadık vallahi bak en akıllı uslu
Yapmadık
duruyoruz.
Be a hint.
Haydi aslan! Böyle arada bir bağırmalarımız oluyor.
Very
Ülkeler
passive for
anlı.
now though from BBL.
I do wonder why they've decided to move back to the B side. They didn't face any sort of resistance on the A side.
Ne yapıyor
They may
böyle
have heard
şeyler bir
Cypher's
şeyler
cam,
ya.
that's about it. And over on B, their cam was destroyed immediately, so there could have been players pushed up and ready
Yine
for it.
hızlı giriyoruz.
Oh, that raise.
Orada
baby.
hile aldı.
Çok güzel
Hile aldı.
bomba lan.
Timing worked out real well.
Ay!
Trying to push in.
Ah
Neyin
be!
aksiyonu?
That's not what you want to see, Ned. You should have had the
Yapma.
advantage there, my friend. On great
Tamam
use
alttan.
of Hip's abilities, but that's
Nice
not going to
oğlum.
get him the kill. Does a nice bit of damage to Russ, who'd already had to heal up his teammate.
Kreye açıldı. Vallahi kreye açıldı
They're not
ya.
having a chance. They've not even had a go
Vurun ya.
at getting in. They see someone, they die. They see someone, they die. That was
Vay
it.
arkadaş ya.
Adam
Pretty
durdu
much
kreye
you see him
açıldı.
get the
Vallahi
close
diyorum
because
bak.
the draw time on his weapon. As soon as he's shut down, I
Ona
really
üç.
don't understand how the trade takes that long. Not even the trade, it's the fact that
Oh,
nobody gets
kötü oldu.
in a position to face Hip.
Yeah.
It's just left to throw blast packs
İlk maç
and
değil
kinda
mi?
smell the roses.
İlk maç, ilk
and
maç.
eventually
İkinci
have
map
a
neymiş?
little bit of
Heaven mı?
tussle with someone.
Onu
That's
söylemediler
double
bu.
digits for NIP,
Yani
should be an eco for BBL, and, again,
Abi büyük ihtimal söylediler de biz
biz goy goya da düşmüş olabiliriz ona.
I picked them as my favorites. The only reason for that is because NIP played like trash yesterday.
Helal
Allah'tan
olsun
Molotov
abi.
falan
They are.
dedim.
They're turning up. They've jumped out of the garbage disposal.
Bind,
and
bind.
Instead, they're trying to dispose of
Bind
BBL
diyordu.
straight
Bind
away.
burası.
Something about Nip, right, when it comes
İki
to
nereydi
talk.
la chat yazar
They'll
şimdi.
always have like a shaky first game or a game that
Heaven'dır
doesn't
ya.
do as well as we
Bind
expect
onların
them to
mapidir.
do.
Heaven
Yeah.
bizim
And they
map'tir.
just bounce back.
Yalnız
Talking
ping
about
farkı da var ha
open
hocam.
balls
Bu
we
etki eder
expect
mi?
them to do.
Ne diyorsunuz?
CNET's
Yeah.
having a game.
Still hasn't
E
really
tabi.
improved on that.
Baba Lakır 16
kills.
pinkle oynuyor bu
Eder
arada.
tabii.
One of those
Bakın,
games, right,
16
where you
ping.
just feel like you can't do anything. We've all had them.
İyiymiş
You just-
gerçekten.
You're trying.
16 ping
Just feel like
neymiş?
everything's
Neredeymiş o
online.
server?
Well, his head-to-heads with Looker have felt definitely one-sided towards Looker, who's been hitting his shots, who's been not just doing it with the operator, but also with his ultimate out. He's been knifing people in the head from across the map,
Vurdu değil mi o
even when they just
insanda?
peek him for a
Aynen,
quarter.
vurmuş.
Evet evet.
False olmuş.
27'de.
Nuts.
But this is what we were
Peki
talking
şey gibi bir şey yok mu mesela? Herkes işte atıyorum 40 sabit alsın.
about. He does have good games.
16'ya kadar da
Maalesef öyle bir şey
düşmesin
yok.
falan diye bir şey yok değil mi?
This kind of performance
Aa.
every time.
Şimdi Avrupa server
Well,
kurulduğu zaman
that-
bizim
that
direkt
would
otomatik
put
40-50 ping
NIP on a
oluyor.
whole nother level.
Türkiye serverında da bunlar
Back in the
karşı
top
takım 70-80 ping oluyor.
It's so harsh.
Ha.
O yüzden.
I can't believe one game, right, where you draw. In them that
draw.
much.
Ne oldu, oyun mu
6-7.
bozuldu ya?
We didn't even lose. What have we
Bir
lost?
şey oldu herhalde. False aldılar
No
da.
longer ranked.
Kim aldı
Yeah,
bilmiyorum.
it's like you
Söylüyordur
lost
sıkıntı.
it.
Dur şöyle ben
Immediately.
sekmem gitmiş şuradan sekme alayım.
It's an MMR system, so it's similar to when you play like a matchmaking game versus like level 2s or something, and you're level 10s and you lose, and then all of a sudden you're level 2s. Just because the difference.
Bura he bura adamların
what was
chatmiş lan.
calculated to be
Adamların
John's
chatte
skill
full Türkçe
is so
yazıyorlar ya.
different. I'm gonna scroll down and see if I can find John's.
Şöyle
on
benim
this list.
chat'i açacaktım ya. Chat'i kapatmıştım.
When I looked last time, they didn't have a rating, but after that game, I presume they do.
They're now in Nip spot. You beat us, you get our spot.
Aslan
Jinetle
1v9
alakalı bir
yazıyorlar.
sorun
ya.
varmış
They're
galiba.
still in NA, but that would be like
Pink var
Pink
bizimkilerde
var.
diyor.
23rd or something like that after
Okay.
beating an IP. But like to give you an idea, their MMR
Ama böyle olmaz,
is
hadi.
1523, and NIP's after losing that game is 1612.
Okay.
Bizim bir
So
üst katta
before
şey mi
winning, I
kursak
think,
Ferit ya e-spor?
1700.
Bizim üstleri şey mi yapsak?
Zero or something like that. Or no, Core 4 would have had a win, but. versus-
Oluyor ya böyle yurt dışında e-spor şey merkezi.
Trying to reconnect. You just dropped out of the game for a little bit.
Bu arada chat'i açsanız ya, chat niye
Also, for me, I
kapattınız?
expected a bit more. Especially after what they showed us against G2 yesterday.
İnternet kafe açalım.
I also just want to quickly say I don't think anybody's judging.
Vallahi
things
diyorum bak.
entirely based on the world rankings at the moment,
I
just
hope
because
not. That
it's
doesn't make sense at the
it's
moment.
so.
Ne oldu, internet kafe işine mi giriyor?
Yo yurt dışında şey yapıyorlar ya onu dedim. Gaming house'lar yapıyorlar ya böyle üst düzey şey ama. Bizim üst katları yapsak ya
Let's
öyle.
snap back to reality on that one.
Aha geldi tam geldi.
Doesn't make sense, right?
Geldi oyun.
Evi daha bugün temizlettim ha. Tam onu yapmalık şu an.
Harbi mi diyorsun?
No, yeah, see,
Tertemiz
drop off, man.
0 hep şu an.
You lose a player, the tactic is probably just getting back. I think.
Okay, you called a strat at the beginning round. CNED, reconnect, let's go. Oh god, CNED touched straight away.
Baba, Locker yine
Would it make a difference?
çıktı vurdu.
And I got the
Poor
answer
CNED.
very quickly.
Poor CNED.
Yeah, he's not having a good game, and we gave him praise before the game, so it's not like we're being, unnecessarily harsh.
Lego gördü
He
ha.
looked really good yesterday.
Yeah,
Can't
we don't
fault
underrate
that.
him as a player. He is a solid player, but Lookers winning those duels, they're literally the players you expect to go head to head when you're going for those Alping fights. And Lookers just dominating. Again, you've got the weaker weapon in this one, so it's not like we are too surprised
Helal!
that fight didn't go his way.
Lan bu bizimki değilmiş ya.
You're pushing into
Ya
all
bu ne
long
lan?
range and finally able to take a kill, but
Çarlar aynı ya
another
Ferit
four
Bey.
have to follow up for Lego, unfortunately. So the ace clutch, the 1v5, and the shot in the back of the head to confirm that
He
that's not going to happen.
expected the jump
Okey.
above
Tamam
him. He was
çekiyoruz
like,
hadi
"They're gonna
11
come-
üçten.
They're gonna come see me.
Hadi evet hadi.
Shows how scary Looker is right now.
Kemal,
But
sen
the
niye adama
primary
helal
concern
dedin
is
ya?
Adama
he might
yanlışlıkla
jump
helal.
up above a 10-foot object rather than someone could flank me. That's
I'd be worried.
Ayıp
If I hit
olunca
that
bizim
off,
çağrı.
I'm like,
Efendim
no,
abi?
yeah.
No.
Kaç
I just
saniye
think it's
şu an?
great that you're
15, 14 sende.
Tamam aynı.
11, 10 doğru mu? 9.
Evet, doğru, doğru.
Very
Tamam.
intimidating player on this server at the moment. He's got 20 kills. He's closing in on double the score of the next closest player on the team.
Şu Kriya ile
on
şey
the
de
server.
durulsa bir bizimkiler şuradan bir geri
And at
dönüyormuş.
11-3,
11
I have to
3'ten.
say, Banks, this is it's not quite as exciting as the game we had yesterday to open it up.
No, this
Bak
is
o
like I
Locker'ı
said,
vurması
Nip
lazım
coming back
Cino'nun.
from
Hadi oğlum.
Nip
Hadi oğlum
realised the
Cino.
errors they made yesterday.
Yapma.
The double jet. They were not having that. Both of them were like, let's just tailwind our ways out of here. We're not taking this fight right now.
You can see how this game is going by CNET's reaction, though.
He's like,
The other jet
No,
dashes away and he's like, "What's happening? Oh no! Get me out of here! I don't want
Az
to
bir
die."
oradan bir can yemiş ama.
I don't blame him.
Aslan.
I don't blame him at all. It's lucky you're going up against. He's definitely having a great game.
Dönüyorlar
Once
hala.
again.
Cinetle taşak geçiyorlar lan.
Ne dediler?
It looks like it's going to be a hit
Deşme
towards the A
şaptı
side.
ya.
Banks. Still two players
Çok
here. The
korkunç,
Cypher going to be
heyecan
the one that
yaptı
holds it.
falan.
I don't mind this. I was watching back some of the games. A lot of players 3-stacked B with a Cypher there. That was odd to me.
Kim
Great
geçiyor?
early
Oh.
fight by Looker.
Locker.
Just picked him up as the
Evet,
smoke was
yapmayın.
falling down. Just saw the tip of
şey
his tippy
mi?
toes.
Konuşsana
Looker
ya.
with
Aa,
another.
neyle
He
ne
just can't be
be. Güzel
stopped.
Locker öldü.
Oh, Locker's just on
Ay,
point.
amına
Rhyme doesn't even need a
koyayım
weapon.
Allah
He can use the
Allah.
sheriff.
Kero güzel, Kero güzel.
Station right now. The spike will
Hadi
still
oğlum.
go down. It's a 3
Aslan vur
versus
onu,
2. This
Cypher'e.
actually is winnable for BBL.
Ya şu adam Diggle'la neler yaptı abi o.
Interestingly enough, I'm not sure why Rhyme doesn't have a weapon. What's going on? He gets taken down. Aslan's able
Aslan
to
var
finish
ya.
him off. This is doable.
Gördün onu da.
Ooh, hips come up from up high though.
İndi,
Aslan
indi,
now
indi.
all alone in a good spot, but they spot him out
Allah.
first. Hip is going to check it. 12th round and match point secured.
Ping farkıydı
12
bu
oldu.
işte.
It's just
12
gets
oldu.
so close and yet it's so far.
So far, though, it's been so far this whole game.
Olabilir,
I
olabilir,
wanna
olabilir.
believe- I really want to believe that BBL
Maç
come back
bitmeden
into
hiçbir
the
şey
next
bitmez
map.
abi.
I'm just trying to run over like how much do I want to stick to. I don't.
Maç
my
sayısı,
prediction was
round
BBL to
16.
win. To be honest, up against this team, I take 1-1
Ataktayız.
as a win. If I'm BBL, if you manage to
Yeah,
tie
agree,
up NIP.
agree.
So for that to happen, I'm just trying to make sure my prediction isn't wrong.
BBL
right away.
manager dedi Ferit. Senden bahsediyor herhalde şu an. ha.
I think it's
Saving
if
yourself.
they get at least 5 kills in the next map, that's
Yeah.
a win, right? Yeah, it's okay. I'm right. But in all reality, I do think they'll come back better in the next map. But if you're getting 13-3, it's
Çocuk hep
very
böyle yapıyor.
difficult. I mean, it's so hard to predict you to win the next, and I
You
don't
gotta
think you can do
remember,
that.
Like I said, we've seen this in multiple tournaments, Nip improving as the time goes on. Maybe yesterday when they were experimenting, they underestimated their
Aldı
opponents
zannettim
and
ya.
followed up in the situation. Kiro's just trying to walk
Sinet
in.
aldı.
I do say CNED get the kill on Defiro,
Nice
but
oldu.
they've still got to be oh so careful. The Omen is waiting in the wings, right on the edge. There's so much
Vurun
going
şunu.
on.
Abi.
Baba!
Makes it look easy. It's a 13.
Tüh!
It is a solid performance coming out of NIP, and they truly put the hurt on BBL.
Sıkıntı yok,
Now, just
sıkıntı yok,
fine. It is
sıkıntı yok.
Nip's
İkinci
match pick,
maçımız
but
var. Diğer
you've gotta
maçımız
say,
var.
Olmazsa bir
BBL
puan alalım da buradan.
lost so much at times. That was not the same BBL that played against G2 yesterday.